Good afternoon and welcome to the St. Paul Fire Class of 2023A graduation ceremony. My name is Jeremy Baker. I am the Deputy Chief in charge of training for the St. Paul Fire Department. I have had the pleasure and responsibility to oversee the Recruit Academy for your loved one over these last 8 weeks. This ceremony is the culmination of 8 weeks of intense and comprehensive training and builds upon 169 years of proud tradition service to the residents and visitors of the City of St. Paul.
Class, prepare, march! For march!
Class, prepare to face. Left, face.
The St. Paul Fire Department Local 21 Honor Guard will now present the colors. Please stand and remain standing during the posting of the colors.
Class, prepare to face. Right, face. Uniform personnel, present arms. Order, arms. Prepare to face. Left, face. Forward, march.
You may all be seated. We would like to thank the members of the St. Paul Firefighters Local 21 Honor Guard for their presentation and their dedication to the department. Becoming a firefighter for the City of St. Paul is not easy. We as a department and as a city have high expectations of you all. You have chosen to join a department that values the role of public servant, one that you have come to understand is your role in and out of the fire stations. Your desire and willingness to make a career out of public service is something we celebrate today. We are honored to have some special guests here today to help us in that celebration. They have some messages for you, our newest firefighters. Deputy Mayor of St. Paul, Jamie Tincher, thank you for being here. It is my honor to invite you to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Deputy Mayor Jamie Tincher. To Chief Inks, all of our firefighters, to our graduates, and to the family members and friends and loved ones who are here this afternoon, thank you for coming and for your support of the St. Paul Fire Department. It is my distinct honor to join you today as we celebrate the remarkable achievements of the 16 graduates of St. Paul Fire Department's class of 2023A. By choosing St. Paul Fire, each one of you becomes an integral part of a team committed to safeguarding our city. This class symbolizes the continuation of a legacy built by generations of firefighters, a legacy of trust, compassion, and unwavering dedication to our community. Serving Minnesota's capital city, St. Paul Fire is one of the largest and busiest departments in the region. In the last 2 decades, our department has seen a 54% increase in calls for service, with nearly 60,000 calls a year, all of which is occurring when the number of firefighters across the nation is declining. That is why we are extraordinarily grateful to each and every one of you for stepping into this uniform and adding your talents to our ranks. What I find incredibly special about this class is every graduate comes to us with an exceptional background in public safety. Your previous experiences in departments across Minnesota and the country bring fresh perspectives and innovative ideas, especially when the dangers of firefighting are becoming more and more complex. By joining St. Paul Fire, you have chosen to share your expertise and elevate your career. I want to highlight one of our graduates in particular, Svetlana Vold, who is a first-generation immigrant from Belarus and a longtime firefighter and EMT. Shortly before enrolling in St. Paul Fire Academy, Svetlana was 5,000 miles away in Ukraine, serving alongside the Ukrainian military. She spent nearly a month in a war zone under constant threat of air raids administering aid to those in need. She trained soldiers in emergency response procedures and delivered medical supplies to troops and families living in devastated areas of Ukraine. Her courageousness in the face of extreme danger is a testament to her character and tenacity. St. Paul Fire and our entire city is grateful to you for your leadership and commitment to protecting lives. Thank you. All of you here today answered a call that many do not. You have chosen a path that requires bravery in the face of danger, compassion in the midst of chaos, and strength in times of adversity. As a community, we are driving forward our most coordinated, comprehensive, data-driven approach to public safety our city has ever endeavored, and you are all crucial to that shared success. To our graduating cadets, thank you for stepping up to serve. To the family members, loved ones, and friends joining us, thank you for supporting these 16 cadets in their endeavors. None of this happens without you. Congratulations again to all of you, and welcome to Team St. Paul.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Tincher. Senator Amy Klobuchar's schedule did not allow her to attend, but she has sent a message for you all. Academy Instructor Nick Vars will be reading that message to you.
Good afternoon. Dear graduates, congratulations on your milestone achievement. Though my schedule prevents me from being there with you today, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize your tremendous success and to thank you for your service and sacrifice. It takes commitment and dedication to one's community to choose this profession, and I am so grateful that you all made that choice. With your diverse talents as firefighters, paramedics, EMT specialists, and humanitarian volunteers, all of you persevered through this rigorous and accelerated 8-week academy to become fire service professionals. That is impressive. The St. Paul Fire Department continually commits to provide exceptional public education, fire protection, and emergency medical services. The bravery and integrity that lies within each and every one of you. Today's achievement is a product of your knowledge, skill, and commitment, as well as a testament to your talent, work ethic, and dedication to public service. I, along with your friends and family, am proud of you and grateful for your service and commitment to community and care. I wish you continued success in the future and am proud to serve you in the United States Senate.
Thank you, Nick. It's my pleasure to invite our Fire Chief, Butch Inks, to the podium. Chief.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. As Chief Baker said, my name is Butch Inks, and I'm your Fire Chief. Welcome to our celebration for the graduation of these 16 new St. Paul firefighters of the class of 2023A. I can't just say new firefighters because this is the first class of lateral hires that we've had since 2008. So they aren't new firefighters, they're just new to us, and we're excited about your skill set that you bring to the city of St. Paul. Thank you to our dignitaries that have taken the time out of their busy schedules to either send their congratulations or be here to say that. Senator Klobuchar, Congresswoman McCollum, Mayor Carter, Deputy Mayor Tincher, Commissioner Jacobson, Council Member Brenwin, as well as the rest of the St. Paul City Council. And also, thank you to the IAFF Local 21 President Mike Smith and his leadership for being here as well to support these new recruits. Thank you for your continued support of our department, our people, and our mission. Your support is a clear indication of the priority you put on public safety and the success of these new firefighters. I commend the professionalism of the training staff and their efforts in preparing you for everything you might encounter day one on the streets, which for some of you is, I guess, tomorrow. Thank you to the dedicated professionals within our training division and the adjunct instructors who voluntarily take on the responsibility of training our ranks. I don't know if you know this, but the training staff who's sitting behind here, they volunteer to come out and train and volunteer for these recruit academies. And it's really a life change for them. They change their schedule, they adjust their family life and volunteer to come out and train and prepare you to hit the streets. So thank you, Chief Baker and your training staff for your efforts. All of you are firefighters graduating today are extremely important to our family of St. Paul firefighters and the residents we serve. Your graduation bolsters our ranks and puts us in a better position to meet the growing needs of our residents. Nothing happens without our people. Our people are our most important resource, and it's my job as the fire chief to both make decisions in the best interests of the residents we serve and the women and men who accept the calling to serve and put their lives at risk daily in the service of others. Across the nation, public safety organizations are struggling with staffing. Departments our size are 50 to 60 firefighters short. There's a national shortage of paramedics, and EMTs are becoming scarcer. Departments are browning out rigs, closing stations for the day, and implementing mandatory overtime, denying exhausted responders the ability to go home and requiring them to stay and work additional shifts. All of this impacts firefighter health and wellness and the response times for those organizations. Through the support of Mayor Carter and our City Council, I'm proud to say that this class brings us 2 firefighters over our authorized strength. And while others have struggled, we have been able to maintain staffing and the level of service our residents and businesses have come to rely on. This is largely due to the investment in our BLS division and the pathway to firefighters through promotional internal processes it provides. It's also due to our ability to utilize multiple hiring processes and work with our partners, with our central HR department, our administrative staff, and our partners with IFF Local 21 to help us vet all these different processes to keep our staffing the way it is today. In St. Paul, we are maintaining our authorized strength. We maintain high daily staffing readiness, are implementing and piloting new programs, and since 2019, I'm proud to say our EMS response times have been lowered by almost a minute. The fire service, EMS, and public safety delivery of services are evolving. You have joined an organization that strives to be ahead of the curve, blazing a path for others to follow. Through my 29 years of service on this department, I have seen gradual, progressive change. We are developing plans to become more efficient in the delivery of our services, creating plans that will allow us to absorb the future call volume we know we will see, meet staffing needs even with changing labor markets. Change is not always immediately accepted, especially in the career field that's steeped in tradition. That said, the results are undeniable. Our core values of professionalism, respect, integrity, duty, and equity are my charge to you to uphold. Not just in the fire stations or while in the community, but every day of your life, regardless of whether you are in uniform or civilian attire. Day one on this job, people will welcome you into their homes, hand you one of their children, or share very vulnerable or sensitive things about themselves to you. The public trust the community has in all of us within public safety was earned by those that went before us and is maintained by every single one of us each day. Never betray that trust. 29 years ago, I was given an opportunity to be a firefighter in a city I grew up in and love. Today, I stand before you as your fire chief. You are being given an opportunity to work for the best fire department in the best city, serving the residents and visitors of the capital city. This career will be what you make of it, and all of you have the opportunity to stand where I am today. Being a St. Paul firefighter comes with an enormous amount of expectations. We expect you to have a service before self mentality. We expect you to be kind, caring, and compassionate, and we expect you to give back. You were given an opportunity, and there will be a time in your career that you will be in a position to help someone else. Don't forget today, and as you progress through your career, don't forget to turn around and help someone else obtain their opportunity. Before I leave the podium, I want to also thank the families. To the spouses, children, family members, and friends of these new firefighters and all of our department members, your enduring sacrifice and support you give our department allows us to serve our residents with proficiency, compassion, and pride. You keep us grounded, loved, supported, and successful, and we will always remember and appreciate that families also serve. May you all have a long and successful career, and congratulations.
Thank you, Chief Inks. A successful firefighter training academy requires a significant team effort. The time investment occurs not only during the actual weeks of the academy, but also in the months of advanced work building on years of training and experience. It is no small feat to provide a recruit academy with all the training and instruction they need to meet all the hazards that will be thrown at them. To do so in 8 weeks is nothing short of incredible. I would like to take a moment to recognize those that made sure your firefighter was ready in every way possible. Captain Jeremy Maxey was an integral part in the planning and delivery of this academy, has recently deployed while serving his 29th year in the military, and therefore is not here with us today. Captain Martha Fecht is the glue that keeps academies together on time and on task. This is the hardest job in any academy. Captain Fecht is celebrating an addition to her family and is not with us today. Firefighter Brian Buxton, jack of all trades that at a drop of a hat fixes the issue and makes whatever it was work. Firefighters Horniak, Reasoner, and Vars were the day-to-day instructors that provided knowledge, skills, motivation, and a few laughs every minute of every day for 8 weeks. Without you, these 16 would not be as prepared to take on any challenge put before them as they are. Well done. This group, along with many others, taught, mentored, motivated, and guided, worked out with the 16 graduates seated before you to get them on this stage. Please give these dedicated firefighters a round of applause. Please welcome Firefighter Recruit Academy instructor Chris Horniak to the podium.
Traditions. The fire service in general, and St. Paul Fire Department in particular, is known for many traditions. A relatively new tradition that was started in 2011 is the selection of the top recruit. The top recruit award is determined by several criteria: academic grades, practical skills, training staff review, and peer review process, where each member of the class ranks all the other class members in consideration of test scores, leadership, integrity, and character. This time I'll have the other instructors join me. Firefighter Sarah Reasoner, Firefighter Nick Vars. As we analyzed the numbers of this class, it was a very close competition between several different individuals who excelled in every different criteria. One individual did come out on top, and we would like to acknowledge Tim Morin as your class 2023 A top recruit. Firefighter Morin, please join us on stage to be recognized for your success.
Congratulations, Tim. Thank you, instructors. There are 2 other traditions that we include in the graduation ceremonies. The first is an elected class speaker. The class elected Brian Tremaine to speak on their behalf. Firefighter Tremaine.
Thank you, Chief Baker. Good afternoon. It's an honor to represent my class and speak on their behalf. With respect to the timeline of this event, I've prepared a few short words. Like most of you have heard, our graduation class is titled a 17C hire. We're a group of recruits who have come from prior organizations. All of us have worked in some capacity for the fire service, and over the past 8 weeks, we've been immersed in the culture, standards, and expectations of St. Paul. Like every class before us, we come here with a story. Life experiences that have shaped and molded us into who we are. Some of us come from different cities, states, and even other countries. Despite our differences, we have one thing in common on our very first day. We were all starting over. At one point, everyone in this room was new to something. The discomforts and vulnerabilities that come along with beginning something new can leave fond memories for some and scars for others. As time goes on, we develop habits and cultivate routines that bring out those discomforts and make it something familiar and safe. For some people here, their first day was a long time ago. It's good to reminisce on those times. It serves us well to marinate in our past discomforts. Discomforts lead to growth. Growth leads to experience, and experiences give us the power to empathize. And in this career field, empathy is one of the cornerstones. Our culture today gives us countless opportunities to barricade ourselves in our comfort, hide our discrepancies, or pivot away from our weaknesses. The efforts we put into controlling the variables around us take time and energy to build. But what happens when that atmosphere is fractured? When the familiarity is stripped away? Chaos carries no prejudice. Our first day will be filled with people dialing for help because in that moment, their world is changing. What was once familiar becomes foreign. What was once a comfort is now pain. When people are in their most vulnerable state, they're in a perfect posture to receive care. In those moments, a healing hand can come from words of encouragement or sage guidance from a provider that remembers and knows the feelings of discomfort and shock. The values set by St. Paul have shown us what it means to partner with the community to mitigate risks with professionalism, respect, integrity, duty, and equity. These morals have been passed down from generations of St. Paul firefighters for over 150 years. We are standing on the shoulders of the giants before us. Pride. It has a long-standing and deep-seated tradition in the fire service. It's what keeps us sharp, empathetic, and distant from complacency. Outside of these walls, you'll notice a familiar skyline, a city that has many different meanings to everyone in this room. For my class specifically, St. Paul has been home for some. Others, it's been a place we visit or pass through. But today, for my classmates and I, this municipality represents ownership. Ownership is hard to earn and impossible to take away. Like the Crusaders of St. John, the badges we are about to receive are a marker indicating responsibility for 315,000 people. If we're lucky, we'll have a career full of opportunities to come alongside this community and act as ambassadors to their needs. That's pride and ownership. Like any organization, attitude reflects leadership. So we'd like to share a few words with the training cadre to include Chief Baker, Captain Maxey, Captain Bodie, and our other instructors. We will remember you. We'll remember the yelling and constant punishments for lack of attention to detail. We'll remember the measurement of worthiness to lead at the hands of a 12-inch dagger found in the extrication trunk of a vehicle. That's one of you had to be there moments. We'll also remember your soft words of encouragement after hours. We will all remember your names and your efforts for the length of our careers. To Chief Inks, Deputy Mayor Tincher, and the other leaders of our city, state, and internal organization, thank you for your influence. Your roles do not go unnoticed. We give you our full support and prayers for your leadership. Lastly, to my classmates, it means a lot that you chose me to represent our class. I feel this shared experience has made us closer, and I hope we maintain our friendship for the length of our careers. Thank you.
Thank you, Firefighter Tremaine. Well done. Class of 2023A. You're sitting in the seats right now that many people have sought and are still seeking. To be in these seats over the past 8 weeks, you have endured a rigorous and demanding fire academy. You've been pushed in the classroom with seemingly never-ending lessons, materials to digest and tests to pass. You've been pushed in physical training to be in the best shape of your life and exceed your own limits, capable of climbing many flights of stairs and fighting a fire at the top when you get there. You've been pushed to adapt and overcome when an obstacle is placed in your path and work as a team throughout it all. You have been pushed and you have succeeded. You will walk out of this academy and this graduation with the necessary skills to save lives, save property, and help thousands of people on what may be the worst day of their life. You've been trained by experienced instructors on topics including vehicle extrication, hazardous materials, high-rise firefighting, firefighter safety and survival, rapid sequence intubation, numerous medical emergencies and trauma care, to name just a few of the many things you've learned. Your instructors have challenged you every day for 8 weeks to make sure you are ready, capable, and competent. Your families have undoubtedly been challenged in supporting your success over those same 8 weeks. Along with Chief Inks, I'd like to thank all the family members and friends joining us today for the sacrifices you have made in support of these men and women and successful completion of this academy. There is a saying in the fire service that it's not just firefighters that serve, firefighter families serve. Your service to our community does not go unnoticed nor unappreciated. You are all now part of our firefighting family, which you will grow to understand is a tight-knit group that many times truly becomes your second family. Please join me in a round of applause for the families and loved ones who helped their firefighters make it to today. In just a few minutes, you will be presented with a badge signifying your willingness to put the lives of others before your own. You have worked hard for this honor. The badge is not just a piece of metal. It is a symbol that carries an obligation to protect and save those in need. We are not giving you a badge. You have earned it and should be proud to wear it. To earn it, you have successfully completed an 8-week academy in which you have risen to the challenge of accelerated classroom instruction, well above average physical demands. You have successfully completed written tests, practical tests, live fire training, fireground survival, RIT training, and much more. You have completed all the training that we would normally include in an academy that is twice the length of yours. That is a testament to your work ethic, your passion for this job, and your mental toughness. You also met intense physical fitness demands provided to you by your cadre, and you have risen to that challenge and succeeded as well. That is no small accomplishment. The firefighters in the audience today and working on the streets of St. Paul this very minute take pride in being St. Paul firefighters, pride in working hard, and pride in serving and protecting all those we come in contact with. You should take that pride in your accomplishment. Carry that pride and use it to continue the job of being the best firefighter, EMT, and paramedic you can be. Recruits, you are moving on to a new chapter in your career. You are about to be promoted to the position of firefighter. Your challenge from today on is to continue to grow, to stay fit and capable, and to learn each day that you come to work. Recruits, the moment you have worked so hard for is here. Instructors, your hard work and dedication have gotten these 16 to that moment. Recruits, prepare to receive your badges. Chiefs, please step forward. Mason Conlon, come forward and receive your badge. Ryan Danna. Jesse Elliott. Jeremy Hall. Ryan Hoosier. Isaac Kauto. Timothy Marin. Colin O'Brien. Adelaide Rose. Michael Scara. Ian Stemper. Brian Tremaine. Nicholas Vadnais. Michael Valento. Svetlana Vold. Damari Wilson. Chief Slavia, take your seats. Chief Inks will now administer the firefighter's oath. Chief.
Firefighters, please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I,
Solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States.
solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
That of the state of Minnesota.
that of the state of Minnesota,
All ordinances of the city of St. Paul.
all ordinances of the city of St. Paul,
And the rules and regulations of this department.
and the rules and regulations of this department.
I will strive to maintain
I will strive to maintain
a spirit of teamwork and cooperation
a spirit of teamwork and cooperation
with all personnel.
with all personnel.
I will seek to give only the highest example
I will seek to give only the highest example
of honesty, integrity, and good citizenship.
of honesty, integrity, and good citizenship.
I understand my behavior on and off duty
I understand my behavior on and off duty
affects the reputations of all firefighters.
affects the reputations of all firefighters.
I will at all times uphold the highest standard
I will at all times uphold the highest standard
of a professional firefighter
of a professional firefighter
and the proud traditions of the St. Paul Fire Department.
and the proud traditions of the St. Paul Fire Department.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can present the class of 2023A. For myself and the entire training staff, cadre, and all those that helped get you ready, and the rest of the St. Paul Fire Department, we wish you a long, safe, and successful career. Thank you all for your attendance today. And to the newest members of our department, I wish you a long, safe, and successful career, and welcome to the family. Thank you.